looking for my next tie because I was absolutely positive that some of the Coke had fallen off the coffee table and gotten sucked up by the vacuum cleaner. And I looked into his face. Little 5-year-old face. And that was it. I went to my first meeting the next day. And come this August 15th, I got 10 years of sobriety.
Sorry I'm late.
About time you showed up. You're a charter member of the group, Hoover. You ought to be setting an example.
I got my 2-year chip last month, sweet cheeks. That's all the example I need.
So you got some good news for us?
Huh?
The job interview.
Oh, yeah, right. You know, it didn't work out.
What do you mean it didn't work out? I totally sold that guy on you. You practically had the job when I hung up the phone.
So shoot me. Personally, I don't think he likes bikers.
The way I heard it, you went to the interview hammered.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong.
So why didn't he hire you? Well, time's up. I'll see you guys Thursday.
I don't know how you put up with it.
I went out of my way to get you that job.
State Civil Engineer's licensing exam. Ugh, that sounds awful.
Don't try and change the subject.
When's this test?
Tonight. Let's just forget about that.
Tonight? Holy moly, Chief. What happens if you don't pass?
Then I gotta wait a whole nother year. Listen to me. I refer a lot of people in the program to this guy. And now, I'll bet he never takes another reference from me again. You not only blew it for yourself, you blew it for a lot of other people, too.
Hey, I don't have to listen to this.
Where are you going?
A friend of mine's having a party, and I'm waiting.
There are gonna be people using at this party?
Probably. Some people still like to get loaded, Tim. Doesn't mean I do.
Oh yeah, right. Well, you go have a real good time.
Hey, you want to play babysitter? Fine. Why don't you come to the party, Tim? Here's how you get there.
You use it again. Admit it.
I'll see you around.
I've been working with you for 3 years, and now you're gonna blow it.
Tim's wife, Diane, was a medical student interning at the city hospital's emergency room.
Diane!
She, too, would play a part in this night's strange events.
Guess you came to get the car?
No, I came for this. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Here's the car keys. And the directions to the exam site.
No, don't open them.
Tim, I kept them for you. You didn't lose them. I think you should look at them before you get going.
No, not until I get in the car. I'm superstitious.
You're silly.
I'm gonna be late.
Don't forget to pick me up after you ace this test.
The licensing board had sent directions to the testing site. Now, with the envelope in his hand, there was nothing left for him to do but arrive at the site on time, ready to pass the exam. But a strange surprise awaited Tim when he sought the directions to the testing site. In some strange way, the directions to Troy Hoover's party that Tim had thrown away had found its way into the sealed envelope Diane had given him. Tim decided to find a telephone and call Diane in the hopes she somehow still had the directions to the testing site. But Tim Denton stopped long before he could reach the payphone. Tim's shock at finding the accident grew to a panic when he realized the injured man was Troy Hoover. He saw at once that the injured rider's wound was life-threatening. If the bleeding was not stopped immediately, Troy would die within minutes. On one of her few breaks in the long night's shift, Diane was called back to the emergency room.
You deserve a medal for bringing that guy in.
It's not the first time I've helped him out.
So, you gonna go say hi to your wife?
After I wash up. I'll see you, Buns.
Somebody paged me. Said I was needed here right away.
Diane.
We're gonna need some type of O negative, and now we don't have any.
All right, do what you can. I'll call Mercy General and County. See what they've got.
Hey, sweetheart.
Naturally, Diane was amazed to see Tim, since she expected him to be taking the exam.
It's a kind of a long story.
Oh my God. Wait right here, don't move. Bonds?
What's going on?
What? You've got it already?
My husband is type O negative.
You're kidding me.
Oh, no.
Tim, we have an emergency. Would you?
Give blood?
He hates needles.
Absolutely not.
He'll do it. Let's go.
Really rather not.
You'll be fine. I'll be right here.
Oh, the weirdest night of my life.
Tell me about it. I'm the only one who would have known or even asked if you were type O. I mean, it's as if I was called back to the ER because you were already here.
Well, holy moly, Chief.
I think we found the limit of what I'll do for you.
You know each other?
This is Hoover.
Well, Mr. Hoover, I need to ask you a few questions. Are you on any medication?
No.
In the past 24 hours, have you ingested any alcohol or controlled substances?
Yeah. I had a few drinks at the party right before I laid down the bike.
How much?
I don't know how much. It was a lot.
All right.
I just realized something. I got lost today. I wasn't planning on being out on that road. For some reason, I went there.
Look, If this is going to be one of your speeches, you can save it, because I don't want to hear it.
How long is it going to take you to figure this out? Somebody or something wants you to be alive. You got a purpose on this planet, man. And there's a couple people out here who love you. And you're an idiot if you don't realize that.
Here, I want you to have this. It's for good luck. I'm gonna turn it around, Chief. I swear I will.
As the staff prepared the two men for the transfusion, Tim pondered the strange way in which the directions Hoover had given him before had found their way into Tim's car and had led Tim straight to Hoover when he needed him the most. It seemed odd to Tim Denton that his life had become so mysteriously linked with that of Troy Hoover. The next year, Tim not only took the licensing exam, but passed with flying colors. Another 5 years later, he went to work with the city's largest engineering firm. And Diane, now Dr. Denton, was the chief resident at the very same emergency room where she had worked 6 years earlier.
Hi, Tim. You want to sign in?
Sure. I'm just gonna poke around the south side for a bit, okay?
That's quite a drive. You want to take a truck?
No, my tires will make it. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Tim's project at the time was at the site of a new block of apartment buildings. On this particular day, he went out to make an inspection of new construction on the far end of the site. Here, far from the rest of the workers, Tim was utterly alone. There could not have been a worse time or place for a sudden accident. The steel bolt cut through the main artery in Tim's leg, and his life's blood began quickly streaming out of his body. In an instant, his routine inspection turned into a struggle for life. He knew a cry for help would never be heard amidst the construction noise, and he knew that before anyone came to this remote part of the site, he would certainly bleed to death. To be found and rescued was Tim Denton's only chance for life.
Good morning. My radio's on the fritz. Can I borrow a phone?
Sure thing. We've got a mobile phone down at the far end of the site.
I'll ride right out there. Thank you very much.
What happened?
My leg.
Hang in there, partner. I'm gonna borrow this.
Needing a strip of cloth to use as a tourniquet, the officer noticed a brightly colored bandana that Tim wore. a good luck token he'd worn on these work sites for many years.
Are you Tim Denton?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Oh, holy moly, Chief. Tim, answer me. Tim.
I saw you jump off your bike. Is he gonna be all right?
You, get to the phone, call 911 now! His pulse is gone. Hold this, hold that. Hold it right on his artery. Tim, listen to me, buddy. You can't do this to me, buddy. No, not now. Not after what we've been through. Come on, you saved my butt, Tim. Come on, Tim. You gotta work with me, pal. You gotta work with me here. Come on. Come on, Tim. Come on, Tim. Oh, Tim. Oh. Tim, you did it. You did it, Chief. Did it. You're gonna be all right. Oh.
I just want to get out.
How you feeling?
Better, thanks to you. Honey, you remember Troy Hoover?
Of course. Thank you for saving my husband's life.
He did the same thing for me 6 years ago.
You're just lucky we had the same blood type.
You know what I mean. If it wasn't for you, I'd be dead in the gutter. Thanks. Just want you to know.
2 former drug abusers cured, 2 lives saved, 2 men who were each led to rescue the other by strange and mysterious means, all adding up to a happy conclusion of a 6-year-old chain of events. The long road each man had traveled ultimately crossed paths at the junction of a miracle.